うんうんうんうん
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
A dead end?
No, there's an elevator. Looks operational.
I can't believe there's actually an underground harbor here. There are even boats docked.
I only see dens. Think they were forced to work here?
Probably. Let's see what they have to share about Almadria. You didn't happen to see a lord come by, did you?
Sorry, friend, but she just left. Came by with a whole posse of underlings, boarded her ship, and took off at first wind. We damn near got blown away. She was that much in a hurry.
Damn! So we missed her!
You guys trying to go after her? Need a ride?
Are you saying you know how to steer a ship?
Spent most of my life chained to the deck of some ship or other. Yeah, I know my jib from my boom.
We don't know how dangerous it'll be. Better you give us the boat and stay on solid ground.
Whoa there! You been out on the water before? The sea ain't nobody's friend, you know. You need a sea dog like me or you'll sink her before she makes it out the harbor.
We're losing time. Sir, we're in your debt.
Now that's more like it. Name's Mahavar. Just give me a holler when you're all set and we'll set sail. This is like a dream come true. Never gotten to captain a ship before. Never would have thought I'd get a chance like this. Thank you, y'all.
The pleasure's all ours. Think we'll catch up to her?
Of course we will. They got too much weight on them. Meanwhile, this ship's carrying nothing but us salty scalawags. They got a good head start on us, but we can take them.
Do you know if there are any Danans on that ship?
Couldn't say for sure. On the one hand, seeing as it's supposed to be something of another castle, I'd reckon they probably wouldn't let a bunch of Danans on board. On the other hand, I'd be real surprised if the Renans were able to pilot that thing all by themselves. In any case, it's gonna be a while before we reach her. Till then, you're all free to do whatever. Just don't fall in the ocean.
I know Malabar said we could take it easy, but there's not exactly a lot to do on this boat. I guess I'll check in on everyone and see how they're holding up.
I took a look around inside the ship just in case, but I didn't find anything that looked like it might be suspicious.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You know, it wasn't until I left Calaglia that I finally realized just how big the world is.
When we tore down the wall in Calaglia, and I could finally see the horizon in the far-off distance, I had the exact same thought.
Yeah, somehow the sea is different though. I'm not sure just how to put it. It's almost as if it just goes on forever. I bet my old man would have been blown away by this view.
Yeah.
Ever since he died, I've been thinking about what it was that he was really trying to say to me at the end. I keep going over his words again and again. And heck, maybe I'm just overthinking it all. But still, sometimes I wonder if it could have turned out differently. If there was something I could have done. But no matter how much I play it back, I'm still no closer to finding any answers. And then there's everything with Rinwell. I stopped her from killing Almadria, but was that really the right thing to do? Or did I just end up making things harder for her? I feel like such a screw-up.
You're not the only one. I keep asking myself what Zephyr would have done had he been here. Like I think, how would Zephyr have handled Rinwell?
Yeah, I think he definitely would have stopped her. No doubt about it.
And that's exactly what you did, Law. I think he'd be really proud of you.
Alphen.
Zephyr's not the worst yardstick to measure ourselves against. Let's both do our best to make him proud.
Sounds like a deal. Thanks, Alphen.
Hold that pose long enough and someone might just come along and paint you.
Any artist who'd see fit to paint me needs their eyes tested.
What can you tell me about Almadria?
Not as much as you'd probably wish. I only ended up crossing paths with her a handful of times, after I was chosen to be a lord on Lenegis.
Ah, right. I almost forgot about Lenegis. How much do you think they know about what's been going on down here?
It's safe to assume they know everything, though I know not why they choose to remain uninvolved. Perhaps they see what's been happening as just part of the ongoing crown contest.
Even what Almadria did? Has it really reached the point where her actions are seen as normal?
Not to my knowledge, no. At its core, the crown contest is a competition to see who can amass the most astral energy. And to amass such energy, slaves are needed to collect it from. It's therefore against the Lord's interest to kill them.
So then why would Almadria do something like that?
we must remember that time is running out in the crown contest. Perhaps her hand was forced, so to speak. It is a way to accrue astral energy faster and in larger quantities than through slave labor. Doing so kills off that labor force, obviously, but it is a means to an end nonetheless. No one could have foreseen that something like the Hollowing would arise back when the contest was first conceived.
Is becoming the Sovereign of Renna really that important to the Lords?
Of course. It's the greatest prize one can attain in their eyes. In that respect, at least, I'm really not that surprised that Almeidrea resorted to what she did, as utterly despicable as it is.
It's reassuring to hear you feel the same way I do.
I worry that the only reason I never did anything similar in Menancia was due to my lack of ambition.
If you didn't want to be reminded of your past, you could have just plugged your ears.
You think too highly of me. I'm afraid I must respectfully disagree. I'm not nearly as virtuous of a person as you might wish to believe.
If that's so, would you have been so shaken up when Kisara lost her brother? Why else would you turn your back on your own kind and choose to fight for Miguel's dream? Aren't we just Danans?
A curious choice of words. Did what you see in Mahag Saar hit you that hard?
What Deadheim did to that city, he didn't liberate anyone. Anyone who refused to follow him was an enemy in his eyes. 300 years of Renan rule taught him nothing.
What I have come to understand is that the conflict extends beyond Danan versus Renan. There is an internal quarrel as well. I mean to bring about a true, lasting coexistence in Menancia. But there are more walls we must topple first.
And you don't think you can pull it off?
Well, you seem to think you can, at least.
Does that make us enemies?
Insofar as an exchange of swordplay, no, it doesn't.
Not good enough for you?
Are you really... Forgive me. I will continue to fight by your side a while longer. That much I have decided.
You don't look so good. You all right?
The floor. It keeps moving. How can you stand it? How can you even stand?
I'm not the best person to ask about discomfort. I can't feel pain, remember?
I still can't believe what happened in Niez. Even now. As a lord, my expectations for Almeidrea were already pretty low. But the way she treated human lives like they're mere playthings.
Yeah. And it wasn't as if the situation in Niez was improving much to begin with.
You mean Deadheim?
The whole reason I started fighting back was because of my anger at the atrocities of Renan rule. Back then, all I had to worry about was fighting the Renans for the sake of the Danans. But then I met Shion and the people of Menancia, and things became a lot more complicated. It's even messier now that we have to worry about Danans like Deadheim.
It used to be that the Danans were the ones in the right, and the Renans were the ones in the wrong. Though, maybe that was just a biased perspective, from being on the side of the oppressed.
Exactly. I'll never tolerate the Renans ruling over us. But nothing ever ends up being as black and white as you'd expect it to be either. That's clear to me now.
That said, even putting aside bad apples like Deadheim for a moment, you may be able to free the Danan people, but that won't undo 300 years of oppression. It'll be hard for them to not give in to their resentment. I think maybe that's why I clung to our dream so hard back in Menancia.
Even if his motivations weren't pure, Dohalim has a good heart. He didn't sink to the depths Almeidrea did.
You don't understand. I'm saying that it goes deeper than that. This hierarchy we live in, it's not solely something the Renans invented. I remember a story Rinwell once told me. She said before the Renans invaded, we Danans had our own class system. We are the ones who divided ourselves. I saw it in Deadheim's eyes. He wanted to rule over others.
To hear Bayfont tell it, Deadheim wasn't always that way.
But as time went on, and he and the Darkwings fought the Renans, he eventually changed. I guess what I'm getting at is, if we defeat the Renans but just go back to the way things were before, was there even any point in fighting?
But that world isn't the one you want to create, right?
Maybe not. But to tell you the truth, these days I'm not so sure that dream is even possible.
You have your promise to Megal, though. Your home and the people of Menancia are depending on you.
I know. My brother. He truly believed in his dream of coexistence. And I suppose, even now, many people still do. And then, there's you.
Who, me?
You and Shion.
I'm not sure I follow.
Okay, then let me spell it out for you. How many other Renans and Danans do you know that get on as spectacularly as the two of you?
I don't know that I'd say spectacularly.
Well, I suppose it's really all a matter of how you look at it, isn't it?
I really don't see what you're getting.
I think I'm getting seasick again. Sorry. Can you just give me a wide berth for a few minutes?
Do you think Law is okay?
If you're worried, why don't you ask him yourself?
Yeah. I think maybe I should apologize to him too. I should apologize to all of you, really.
Us too?
Well, I was kinda lying to you all this whole time. I was blind to everything except my own revenge. I never even considered the struggles all of you might be facing.
We all have things we'd prefer to keep to ourselves, Rinwell. So what if you had something to hide? It doesn't undo the good that you've done, or the people that you've helped save along the way.
But that's not what I mean.
I know. You're talking about Almeidrea, right?
Yeah. I hate her, Alphen. I can't stop hating her. Even just thinking about her makes my head feel like it's going to explode. But it's not just her. I think about the way Law looked at me. I hated the Lord who killed my parents. And I hated the Renans I had to travel alongside. And yet, Cyslodia's Danans backstab each other like it's a normal way of life. And Mahag Saar has people like Deadeye. But then there are people like Law and Shion. It's all just too much. I don't know what to think anymore.
Law never said that you had to forgive Almeidrea. It's only natural you would hate your family's murderer. But
But what?
Law left home because of how much he hated his father. As a result of that, well, I think Law spent a lot of time thinking about how they never got to make things right. And if I had to guess, killing Ganabel didn't make any of those feelings go away. Law let revenge fuel him, and I think now he's afraid you'll do something you'll regret.
Afraid?
Whatever happens to Almeidrea when this is all over is up to you. I'll respect whatever choice you make. Just think it over carefully for me, okay? You still have time.
Okay. Thanks, Alphen. Say, back then, after the fight, I think I really made Shion mad. I don't know, though. Maybe it just looked that way. But I guess I just can't seem to understand how she feels. Do you know why she gets like that?
She can be a tough nut to crack. She doesn't really talk a whole lot about herself.
It's just what she said about hate being a source of strength. Where did that come from? I wonder how it feels, not being able to hold another person's hand.
Lean much further, you'll go overboard. Keeping an eye out for Almadria's ship?
I'm looking at the ocean.
The ocean?
Yeah. The waves. They help me think. This world is filled with natural wonders. The icy air and white peaks of Cyslodia, the lush green glades of Menancia, the harsh wastes of Calaglia. But Menancia has its Lake of Death, and Nias its ruins. And they wouldn't be there if it weren't for that contest.
Say we actually manage to put a stop to the crown contest for good. What do you think will happen between the Dahnans and the Renans then?
You first.
Well, I want to believe that the coexistence we saw in Menancia can happen elsewhere, too. It's insane for all of us to keep fighting. If Menancia can do it, so can everyone else.
Yeah, I think that would be good too. A world where everyone can get along. At least, that's what I've come to believe.
You sure have changed.
I can't lie to you. Since I was young, I've looked down on the Dahnans too. But I've seen a lot. And I see things differently now. I've seen so many ugly and terrible things in this world. And yet, they didn't come from just the Dahnans. And the good things too. They didn't come from just the Renans. Kindness and cruelty exist on both sides. A person's race doesn't factor into it. So, I guess you're right after all, Alphen. I have changed. You know, I've never actually touched another person like this.
Shionne.
Ever since I was on Lenegis, I've always been alone. Even after I came to Dahna. Always.
And now?
Do you still not remember your past?
No. Sometimes it feels like I can almost remember, But then this mask stops me.
The mask keeps you from remembering why you have the mask in the first place. It's a little ironic, isn't it?
A little. Well, it won't be long now before you're rid of those thorns, you know? Only 2 lords remain. And once you have their master course, you'll be able to create the Renis Alma, right? Then you can... Shion?
Sorry, it's nothing. Promise. You're right, though. It'll all be over soon. I never could have made it this far on my own. I have everyone to thank for that. Including... especially you, Alphen.
Don't worry about it. We're friends, after all.
Yeah, we are.
Wonder how much longer it's going to be before we catch up to Almeidrea. I'll ask Mahavar.
Look who's up! Good timing. We're closing in on her stern as we speak.
That's the ship? She's huge. Law, go gather the others, will you? Think you'll be able to flank them without getting spotted?
Yeah, with the fog as our ally, I think I might just pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. Ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
Persistent little things. Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin. Hungry already, my dear? Worry not, for you shall have plenty to feast upon shortly.
Perfect. You managed to get us right up beside them.
I'll stay with the ship so we can leave as soon as you're done.
Good. Then let's find Almeidrea.
Now that's what I call a ship!
Yeah. The biggest one in all of Mahag Saar. So big that it took years to construct.
For all we know, Kelselik may well have been smuggling materials to help build it. In which case it would be yet another mistake on my part.
We don't know that she was only getting materials from Menancia.
You think it's possible that they might have come from elsewhere too? Yeah, I guess I could see it.
But what do you think Almadria plans to do from here on out, now that she's abandoned her realm and sailed out to sea?
She'll be filling her coffers with gold, most likely. Then she'll sit back and enjoy the show as the other lords duke it out. Or something to that effect, at least.
I wouldn't put it past her.
She's strong, yet shrewd, and will stoop to any low. A dangerous one indeed.
She's not the first, and she won't be the last. This is a lord we're talking about, remember?
Sounds like you've made up your mind already.
There was never anything to decide. No one who can smile like that while doing what she did deserves to roam free.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
This might not be the best time, but if you have a minute. That mask of yours, it was shattered by a blow from Balsef when you fought back in Calaglia, correct?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I thought I was a goner.
Balsef's brute strength was in a league all its own. Yet half the mask remains. It's remarkably durable. Too durable to be Dahnan in origin.
Shion said the same thing. As if the fact I was wearing it meant there had to be more to me than met the eye.
You recalled your name when the mask broke, I hear.
Yeah, that's right. Although to tell you the truth, I'm a little scared what might happen when I lose the remaining half. Then again, the idea of not doing something because I'm afraid scares me even more. That's why I go on fighting.
Only he who first faces the night catches a glimpse of the dawn.
Come again?
It's nothing. Forget I said anything.
Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah, and the pummeling to me.
My exploits are bearing fruit.
Coming through! Engaging!
Glacial spear! This one's mine!
Tell me, have you ever considered your purpose in life?
Do it!
In an instant!
Impact block!
Anything in armor is
It's too strong!
Split it open!
Be like this!
Now!
Shion!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes! quite necessary when creating weaponry.
Got it! Little help!
You're mine! It's over!
Radiant pierce! By the power of water!
Ignite!
Annihilation! Lightning and Thunderblast!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
You're mine! Mega Sonic
Now!
Thrust! Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion. What's this thing?
That went well.
Are you okay? You're not too tired, are you?
Nope, I'm fine. Let's keep moving.
Discourteous, aren't you?
Oh my lord!
Now you see what I can do!
Like shield?
Another incantation ruined!
Resonate with the earth!
In an instant! Impact Claw!
Don't get careless.
Get lost!
You're mine! Burn!
Take this!
Marksman handles it.
Armor won't save you!
My shield!
This one's mine.
We're not ready!
I'm ready! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis.
Not a chance!
Everlasting
More
dark!
damage.
Negative gate! Resonate with the earth!
Purge Malevolence. Arctic Waterfall.
Another incantation ruined!
More for the stockpile. Lightning Genesis. Thunderbolt.
I'm ready!
Could have been worse.
Gotta break through! Now you'll learn!
Pierce evil in your dreams.
Damn it! I owe you one.
Freeze launcher. More
It's
lightning
on!
from
Too late to talk over our differences?
You got spirit! Okay, not today! Damn it! You're mine!
Raging Storm.
Can't get out of this!
Blow Slice. Lightning.
I'm not done!
Purge Malevolence. Waterfall. Astral Energy.
Say no more.
Small.
but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
If it's in the sky, it's mine! Try this! Ready, Mega Ray!
Armor won't save you!
Right deal?
Lightning Orb! Raging Cascade!
Plasmite!
Fred! Lunar
Take! Blow them away!
Nicely done.
Let's see what you've got.
Never miss!
Not today!
Lightning Condemns! Thunder
Swordblade Alpha!
Healing Circle!
I owe you one.
Lightning!
I'm ready! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! Searing Storm!
Shattering pieces! Attack time!
Jamming! Flame of Fury!
Prepare to be seized!
Glacial Spear! Pierce Evo! Photon Blast!
Take this!
Freeze Laser!
Now you see what I can do!
Wind
Elusive
Astral
Deity!
Energy!
Swordblade Alpha!
Lightning!
Take this! It's over!
Mega Ray! Photon Raging Cascade! Fred!
On your knees!
Negative gate!
Being interrupted! Now! It's on!
Face you!
Eat this!
To everlasting
Lightning
darkness!
Condemns!
Negative
Swordblade
gate!
Alpha!
Resonate with the earth!
Now!
Take this!
Shield!
This one's got your name on it!
Act to action!
Looks like we won. Never seen anything like it.
It's an authentication key. They're quite common.
Maybe where you're from. This is new to me.
It might go in an elevator somewhere. We should test it out.
Dispose of the trash!
Shield from calamity!
Annihilation! Mega Ray!
You're finished!
Here goes!
Resonate with
Megasonic
the earth!
Thrust!
Take this!
Sweet mouth! Lunar Corruption!
You're mine!
Hefty airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
An astral bolt?
That's my cue! Mega Ray!
Shut him down!
Devastation!
You're on!
Waterfall!
Negative
Freeze
gate!
Be
laser!
still!
I can do all
Devastation!
that.
We did it!
Annihilation! Mega Ray! The stockpile! Gemini off! Light Astral
No
Energy!
further!
More where that came from!
Swordblade Alpha!
I'm ready! We managed to pull through.
Discourteous, aren't you?
Try harder! Not a chance! Swordblade Alpha!
Smash you!
all yours, Kisara! Resonate with the earth!
Raging cascade into the
No
ground!
arts of being interrupted!
Explosive ring! Dance in the wind! Where are you going? Air thrust! Over the castle! I'll heal you all! It's over! Lightning condensed! Explosive ring!
I'm grateful.
Megasonic thrust! Lightning condensed! Laser spear! Piercing! Explosive ring!
Take this!
I'll heal you all! Healing air thrust!
I'm in your debt.
And again! Mega ray! Light acceleration!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Leave it to you! Sword Ray Alpha!
Dance in the wind!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! You're mine! Eat this!
Resonate with the earth!
Really get it going!
Try this!
Reload! Dance in the
Explosive
wind!
ring!
Sweet now!
Sword Ring Alpha!
Arcane waterfall!
The enemy wields arc too.
You'll soon see about that!
In an instant! Impact block!
I've used a bit too much healing. That equipment should come in handy.
Right, here goes! Sword Ring Alpha!
This one's mine! I never miss!
Armor won't save you! Elusive
Lunar blast!
Now we're here!
Raging storm! Close flight!
Too fast!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble! Resonate with the earth!
Into the shadows!
Stalagmite!
Gale force! Far enough! Reload! Tempest whirl!
Take this!
Watson!
It's a hit!
In a bind?
Mega ray! Power malevolence!
Megasonic
Arcane
thrust!
waterfall!
Sword Ring Alpha!
Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Purge malevolence! Radiant pierce!
Stalagmite!
Field! More for the stockpile!
Pierce!
Radiant pierce!
Megasonic thrust!
These don't seem like your run-of-the-mill Zugals the Renans usually keep around.
Indeed. I believe it's safe to assume these were used in her experiments.
They certainly look as twisted as her.
Even here. This is...
Coming through! Fight you one, eh? You picked the wrong fight! And more of this will all burn out!
Shattering the pieces!
A wall! I can carve through armor! My shield!
Flying freak! What if they just sit still?
Sia, can you take care of this?
No sooner said than done! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
Hear me, flame of fury!
You're mine!
Here!
Where are you going?
Sword Ring Alpha!
Now!
Shield!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
No chance! No further! You picked the wrong
Lightning
fight!
thrust! More where that came
Here I
from!
come!
Can you take
Megasonic thrust! Try this!
Here, let me help.
Shattering lightning!
You won't make a fool of me!
Light
You're
astral
finished!
energy!
Sword Ring Alpha!
Lunar eruption!
Elusive field!
Now!
Light burst forth!
Radiant genesis!
I'm practically unstoppable.
you sense one of your friends, Hootle?
A barrier. That may indicate Almadria is near.
Then we've got to find a way to get through somehow.
Let's see if we can find something that'll release it.
What is that huge flower-looking thing up there? Is that the ship's engine?
Indubitably. As one might expect, large ships require large engines in order to sail.
And if we destroyed it?
We might well sink the ship. Who knows if we would be able to escape before that happens.
Almadria sure has been busy since the contest began.
This isn't Almadria's doing.
You mean she didn't build this?
The body, yes. However, my guess is that the engine comes from a starship.
A starship? As in one of those vessels used to go to and from Lenegus?
Correct. The technology employed on Lenegus and in starships is more advanced than anything in our daily lives. Almadria may be resourceful, but she could never produce an engine like this on her own.
You mean to tell me we've got even bigger enemies waiting for us up in the sky? Ugh, my head hurts just thinking about it.
Don't worry about that for now. Just focus on taking care of Almadria. That's no ordinary enemy I see over there.
Lightning condemned!
I'm not done! Sword Rain out! I'm ready!
This one's got your name on it!
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
Hey, look at that enemy! It's shining!
Discourteous, aren't you?
Now you'll learn!
Confiscated!
I'm not done! I'll smash you! Like you! We're not finished! Good flyers!
I'm ready!
All yours, Kisara! Benediction light.
My turn!
The enemy wields arts too.
You'll soon see about that!
Castle! Devastation!
Lightning condemned! Thundercloud! I never miss!
Can't get out of this!
You're mine!
Radiant
Sword Rain Alpha!
I'm ready!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
How much longer will our healing arts last?
I've got a really bad feeling about this!
For my lord! Strong! Like you! Be my guest! Megaton! Megathon! We're not finished! Eat your We did it! Here I come! Megasonic thrust! Sword Rain Alpha! Take this!
Leave the ensnaring to me. And more.
Yeah, and the pummeling to me.
Ammo! Watch and bleed!
Can you take it?
Can't be
Armor won't save you! often take. No further!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Tempest Swirl! More with that
Elusive Sword Rain Alpha!
I'll face you!
Sword Rain Alpha!
All mine!
Ether! Sword Rain Alpha!
Burning Strike! Glacier Spear!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a breath.
Coming through! Megasonic Thrust!
Rage and
Sword Rain Alpha!
Hard Malevolent!
Here I come!
Arcane Waterfall!
You're finished!
Seal!
Megasonic Thrust!
I'll be saving you! Here I go!
Explosive Ring!
I'm only getting started!
Take this!
Listen!
You're finished!
I can carve through armor!
Sword Rain Alpha! Too fast!
Stand back!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Discourteous, aren't you?
Feisty one, eh?
Far enough! I never miss!
Sword Rain Alpha! You picked the wrong fight! You're mine!
Annihilation!
I'm ready! Show me! In an instant! Impact Block!
Here I go! Soaring Blast!
They've really got us on the ropes.
This'll make us even more formidable.
Go no further!
You're mine!
Shield
Shattering the pieces! Attack time!
Don't suffer in silence.
You're mine! It's over!
I'll smash you! Take this!
Do it!
Show me! In an instant! Impact Block!
Here I go!
You're mine!
In a bind?
Seems about right to me. I have a bad feeling about this.
Engaging!
I can't heal you forever!
Sword is off!
There! Mega Red!
Here I come!
Hear me! Break
Try
it!
this!
Do it!
Explosive Ring!
Mission!
I never miss!
Devastation!
Armor won't save you!
Elusive Light Shield!
Can you take it?
Sword Rain Alpha!
Do it! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
Barely a blip on our radar.
What's this thing?
You're saying we should check the Owl Forest? no further!
The rebel! Stop them! Ignore!
Lionheart! Can't get out of this!
Take this!
You're
In an instant! Impact block!
Shine! Annihilation! Nothing gets by me! Reloading! Waterfall! Freeze blast!
Elusive Megasonic thrust!
Taking
wildlife all mine! Burn in hell!
Soaring blast! Lightning orb! Into the
Take it!
Arctic waterfall!
Explosive ring!
Here!
No! It can't end here!
I couldn't make it in time.
Power of water! Generate aqua!
You're finished!
Hand in the wind! Where are you going? Air drop!
You require a hand. This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
In a bind?
I'll leave it to
I
you!
have this with my own hands! Into the
Sword Rain
delivery!
Alpha!
Force shield!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Celestial Runner! Here, let me help.
Anything in armor is all
Searing
mine!
Tempest! And next I will! Flare Tornado! Do it!
Astral Arts?
That's...
In an instant! Impact block!
Benediction light.
Take it!
Take it! Burn quietly!
Celestial
Sword Rain Alpha! It's on! Sword Rain Alpha! You picked the wrong fight! Megasonic thrust!
Runner! Reload!
Explosive ring! I'll teach you right
Here,
back!
let me help.
Sword Rain Alpha! I owe you that! No escape!
Not on my watch!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Do it!
Shield!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
These bad guys really don't mess around. She sure spared no expense on her castle.
This must be...
The captain's quarters. The presence of the spirit vessel and the sheer extravagance on display can leave no doubt.
There's no one here.
Yeah, but I doubt she's out for a moonlight stroll. You think she jumped ship and ran away again?
I doubt it. The conniving witch is probably up to something.
Agreed. In any case, as long as she hasn't suddenly sprouted wings, she has to be somewhere on the ship. Let's keep looking. The way this key's been placed, it's like she's daring us to come find her.
Yeah, like it's all some damn game to her.
Maybe he just doesn't like being in her room.
I think there's more to it than that. What could it be?
Is this the ship's cargo? What a pain. I can't see anything past all this stuff.
Be on your guard. For all we know, there could be something hiding around here. What's this thing?
No choice. Now you'll learn.
Can't get out of
I
this!
can't heal you forever! I'm ready!
Here! Grab! Megasonic thrust!
This one's mine!
Lightning thrust! Devastation! Go time!
Shield from calamity!
Ignite barrier! Sword Rain Alpha!
Elusive deity!
Rotating
pile driver! I can carve through armor!
My shield and Alpha! We're not finished!
Do it! Nicely done.
Right, here goes! Oh my lord!
That's my cue.
Shut him down!
Incantation ruined!
Its armor's too strong.
Be my guest!
No further!
Sword Rain
I'll
Alpha!
be standing to the fray.
Try this! I'm ready! Show me! In an instant! Impact Block!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
And thus our... strength yet grows.
No choice! Sword Rain
If
Alpha!
it's in the sky, it's mine! Where are you going?
Try harder!
Those flying creatures are a real pain in the butt. Into the
Megasonic thrust! Pierce!
Go for the weak point!
Try this! Explosive ring! Try harder! Now! Your moment! Showtime! Sword Rain Alpha!
Freeze Lancer!
Here! It's weakened!
Explosive ring! This time, now! Try this!
Spear! Pierce evil!
Explosive ring!
Arcane Waterfall!
This one's all mine!
Shine! Radiant light!
Not today!
Take this!
Hear me! Flame
Sword
of
Rain
In a
Alpha!
bind?
Burning Strike!
Glacial
Only
Seal!
one
Pierce
save you!
evil!
Blazing
Power
Cascade!
Resonate with the
Not in
earth!
your dreams! Freeze
Stalagmite!
I don't heal you at all! Sleep now! Healer Circle!
I'm in your debt.
The
tempest engulfs you!
Megasonic thrust!
Now!
Shield!
This one's got your name on it!
Ash to ash! Healing arts take their toll on the user, you know.
Ah, right. Want a rest? That get rid of the barrier?
We'll just have to go back and check.
If Almadria's not in her own room, just where the hell is she?
It's possible she may be on the bridge, but I would guess that she's waiting for us elsewhere on the ship.
Which means she's most likely chosen a place where she'll have the advantage in a fight.
Be careful, guys. I came from an entire family of Danan mages, and that woman murdered all of them. All on her own. I hate to say it, but she's an incredibly powerful astral artist.
We already know she specializes in controlling wind astral energy. But on top of that, she might try to sick that monster on us again, too.
Right. To that woman, life itself is just a toy for her to play with. Let's make sure we put an end to it. Well, only one last place to look. Straight ahead.
Almadria.
There she is! Almadria!
But all alone? Watch yourselves. She's probably planning something.
I was getting rather tired of waiting around. Oh my, and I see you came along as well, Danan Witch.
Almadria.
What's this? I thought you couldn't stand the sight of me. Go on, little one. Show me the full force of that hatred of yours. Otherwise, run and hide like a rat you are.
That's enough! How can you smile while causing pain to so many others?
That is the way of those who possess great power. The very way we Renans live by. Those with power set the example, and those without it are forced to obey. Though you two seem to have forgotten that's the way these things work.
And you really think that justifies your actions? You turned all those people into a hollowed sea!
What foolishness. It's only natural that the fate of a slave differ from that of its owner. Very well, I admit I did fan the flames just a tad back in Miez. But it wouldn't have mattered in the slightest if there hadn't been a spark to ignite. Without it, my actions would have been fruitless. Ultimately, it was their very own burning hatred that laid them to waste. To say it was all my fault is simply laying blame at the wrong feet.
No one's perfect. We all have darkness in our hearts. But the atrocities that you've committed, they're unthinkable! Your heart is nothing but darkness!
What a fool! To think time and time again you would challenge Renan authority without so much as an inkling of how things actually work. Such ignorance is why your kind has been enslaved for 300 years.
Almadria,
Well, if it isn't Lord Dohalim.
these people are my allies and friends. I won't let you insult them so.
My, what a shock. I never would have expected you to claim mere slaves as your companions. If I didn't know any better, I would question your noble lineage. Oh, how far the mighty have fallen. A traitor such as yourself hardly deserves to be called a lord.
You are nothing compared to Dohalim.
Rinwell.
He would never stand by and laugh. His people hollowed!
Ha! What does it matter? You're descended from those who allowed the power and knowledge entrusted to them to wither away. Your pitiful family may have feared it, but I do not. That knowledge and power is all mine to command. And now, you will witness what that power's truly capable of! Nesmold! Enjoy your meal! sad eyes, child. Let me reunite you with your parents.
Shut up! I'm gonna take you down if it's the very last thing I do!
That's right. Loathe me. Every step brings you closer to being me.
You're wrong! You're wrong! I'm nothing like you!
Burn!
Freeze Lancer! More for the
Soaring
stockpile!
out! Soaring blast!
Tempest Blast!
Leave the chargers to me.
Take this!
No
further.
Freeze Lancer!
Show me
Into the
the
wind!
Soda!
Lightning Blast!
Elusive deity!
Dance in the wind!
Now you see what I can do!
Field!
Devastation!
More than
It's
that
on!
Devastation!
With the earth! You picked the wrong fight!
Sleep now!
Here!
Shine!
Megasonic thrust!
In here! Into the
Wind!
shadows!
Devastation!
Try
harder!
My turn! I'm healing walls! Both times and red! Purge the left healing circle! Waterfall! Freeze
Where
Lancer!
are you going?
Dance in the wind!
Soaring blast!
Sleep
Take
now!
this!
By the power of
Can't get out of this!
Ready to go. Try and run.
Radiant Orb! Raging Cascade! Searing Flame! Relay!
I'll smash you!
Searing Flame! Relay!
Wind!
I'm out!
Devastation!
Gale Force!
It's on!
Malevolent! Arcane Waterfall!
Eat dirt!
Field!
Damn you!
More for the stockpile!
Sword the Alpha!
Lightning Orb! The power of water!
I couldn't make it in time.
What's she doing now?
She's infusing her beast with more power.
Get ready!
No further!
There, face you! Elusive deity!
Soaring
Soaring blast! Now you see what I can do!
Annihilation! This one's mine! Celestial!
Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite!
What
Try this!
foolishness.
Shine! Radiant light!
It's on!
Force of regeneration!
Hey, let's... Glacial Radiant Fury!
Wind! Eat dirt! Devastation!
Not in your dreams!
Death from the wind!
Light
Sword Lane
Astral
Alpha!
Energy! Where would that came from?
Soda!
Burn Malevolent! Arcane Waterfall! I'm
Sword Lane Alpha!
In here!
In a bind?
Lunar Take More for the stockpile! Lunar Blast! I'm on stockpile! Champion
Now you see what I can do!
Where would that came from?
Dance for me.
Elusive deity!
It's on! Do it! Double me! In an instant! Impact block!
Raging Flame!
Megasonic thrust! Explosive ring!
Resonate with the earth!
They're attacking separately!
I can't land a hit on her!
Keep an eye on her, and take out the monster first.
I owe you one.
She's no stranger to astral arts.
I can take care of that!
Yeah! Take it away!
You
will
This one's mine!
Try harder!
Come
Take
now.
this!
Dance in the wind!
Sword Lane Alpha!
Take this!
Now you see what I can do!
Annihilation!
Looks bad.
Wits about you people!
Burning stockpile!
Here!
Lightning Orb! And more with that came from!
Soda!
Lightning Annihilation!
The winds of judgment blow your way. Fall before impending calamity. Chaotic disaster!
So that's the trick up her sleeve.
Your astral arms are so special. And now, they're mine!
Now you see what I can do!
Burn! I'll bring you back from death. Sword Rain Alpha! Try harder! Sword Rain Alpha!
Here's a
This should do it!
No further!
Far enough!
Here I come! Megasonic Thrust!
Another incantation ruined.
I never
Repairs is
miss!
free.
Raging Storm!
Radiant Right!
Celestial Energy confiscated!
Kaioyuwa!
Recover!
Kaioyuwa!
Anything in armor is all
Set. Lightning Supernova! Raging Cascade!
Here I come! This one's all mine! There! Resonate Kaioyuwa!
Stalagmite!
I'm on sweet astral energy!
You picked the wrong fight!
I can carve through armor! Come now!
Raging
Take this!
In here!
Sword Rain Alpha!
I'll be lightning again!
Devastation!
You must see my nose!
Time to let it rip!
Thank you.
You will suffer! Far enough!
Can't get out of this!
Here goes Lightning Burning!
Megasonic Thrust!
Raging Storm!
Her master core!
Not while I'm around, she isn't.
Devastation!
Deadly Swirl!
Severing Wind!
This one's mine!
I'll
Celestial
smash you! Begin!
Razor Thunderwhelm! I'll never forgive you!
What?
I'll take you down! I'll end you! Astral Energy!
Say no more.
You murdered my mother and father. But I'm not like you.
Rinwell.
Even now, I hate you. But here I am, unable to let go. Honestly, even if I took my hatred out on you here and now, it wouldn't make me feel any better in the long run. I realize that now. So, I won't kill you. I'll take you in and make damn sure justice is served the right way.
You would dare mock me with your foolish, useless pity? A Danon, nothing more than a mere slave. I won't allow you to.
It's not about what you think. Or being Danon or Renan. Because you'll atone for the crimes you committed. And that's all.
It's that swordsman again.
Lord Volron, what brings you here? No, forgive me. I've forgotten myself. Please allow me to make it up to you, my lord.
Silence now, wretched snake. Does it hurt? It should. That pain is proof you're still alive. Enjoy it.
years ago, the Lord of Ganeth Haros met a sudden death. His successor was a man by that very name, Volron.
And like a restless lover, I've come back for more.
Stop right there!
Think you can cut me down?
What?
Wait, what just happened to him? Alvin! Say something! Let go of me! Let me go!
Xion!
Alvin!
Xion!
Alvin!
Come and find me, if you truly are the Sovereign. After all this time, I'll be free from this hell. I can finally go home. I doubt I'll ever see this place again. Might as well walk the block once more for old time's sake. As usual, nobody wants to explain anything to me. They just threaten and harass me instead. What does everyone think I am? Some sort of talking pet? They're the ones that dragged me all the way up here in the first place. Bastards. I shouldn't have bothered coming out. Might as well head back to my room. I just wanted to go back. To Dana. To my home.
Alphen.
Leori.
Alphen. Live for me.
No. Leori. No! Wait, please. Wait, What was that? That... How long ago was that? That's right. Shion. Oh, right. That's what pain felt like. So much for it all being a bad dream. Where am I? Where is everyone? I need to find them. Better start looking. Huh? Niori. Shion. Damn it.
Sword Rain out! Pierce! Sword Rain Alpha! It's over! Pierce! Megasonic Thrust! You're mine! Severing Wing! Megasonic Thrust! Pierce! Megasonic Thrust! You're mine! Win! How about this? Devastation! Mirage! Stop! Megasonic Thrust! Pierce! Megasonic Thrust! It's on! You picked the wrong fight! Here I come! You're finished! Pierce! Megasonic Thrust! You're mine! Pierce! Megasonic Thrust! Pierce! Double Demon Fang! Blow away! Raining Slash! Eternal Devastation! Crush! Eternal Devastation! Crush! Great! Next! Wind! Devastation! Mirage! Crush! Pierce! Megasonic Thrust! Pierce! Take this! You're finished! You're mine! Megasonic Thrust! Pierce! Megapiston! You picked the wrong fight! Take this! Sword Rain Alpha! Ah!
Alvin?
Finwell.
What happened just now? Normally you'd be able to take that thing with your eyes closed.
Thank goodness you're alive. Are you all right?
Yeah.
I'm just glad we found you in one piece. You were the only one still missing. There's a village back the way we came from, Thistleim. Kisara and La are already there.
Finwell. Where are we?
Ganeth Haros, Volron's realm. Remember?
Ushered by the waves straight to the enemy stronghold. A rare stroke of luck, it would seem.
Luck?
If Volron's here, that means Shion's close too, right?
Shion? Oh. Right. Of course.
Are you sure you're feeling okay? You seem a little off.
He's probably just exhausted. Let's save the catching up for when we're back at the village.
You sense one of your pals, Hootle?
Coming through! Take this!
Not in your dreams!
Sword Rain Alpha! it! Impact Claw!
Dance in the
This
wind!
one's all mine!
Here!
You picked the wrong fight!
More of the stockpile!
Take this!
You're mine!
Lightning
Sword
orb!
Rain Alpha!
Orange steel!
I'm ready! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
I can feel my power growing!
Speaking of Thistleum, it's populated by Danans, but they're not under the rule of any lord. Pretty refreshing, huh? The whole town was built by Danan defectors, escapees from elsewhere. This area's teeming with stray Zeugles, though, so heaven only knows how they managed to set up a community here. The ordeal seems to have left them understandably on edge. Kisara and La are back there right now trying to convince them of our good intentions. Say, Alphen, it looks like you got your face back then.
Yeah,
And your sense of pain, too, it would seem. Any connection?
Really? Oh, but that means...
probably.
I wonder if Alphen's going to be okay.
For now, I believe we should hold off on speculation and simply keep an eye on him.
Right. Hmm? You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
Alphen! Boy, am I glad to see you safe.
Well, did you manage to convince them we're not in league with any lord?
Yeah, eventually.
When the ship sank, I thought we were done for. Guess the world just couldn't keep us apart.
Yeah, and now we can finally go rescue Xion.
There's something I need to tell you guys first. I got my memory back.
So, what did you remember? Are you able to tell us now?
Give the man some space, Law.
I remember being up on Lenegus.
Go on.
I was abducted from Dano. I was told if I ever wanted to return home, I'd have to cooperate. So that's what I did. Next thing I knew, they had made me into the Sovereign.
You mean to say you won the crown contest? As a Danan?
No. They kept me locked in a strange facility. They experimented on me, like I was nothing more than an animal. There were others, but only I survived. Of course, I wasn't really a king. The reality was that they treated me worse even than the lowest slave. The only reason I survived was because my body was able to withstand the Sovereign's power that they placed inside me.
The crest that appeared behind you on Almadria's ship must have undoubtedly been that of the Sovereign. It all makes sense now. Your affinity with the Blazing Sword, and the strange powers you possess, They were all because you were the Sovereign.
Okay, but why would the Renans go out of their way to give you all that power? Just what exactly does being the Sovereign entail?
They said it was for something called the Spirit Channeling Ceremony. They taught me how to harness my power for when the big day came. As for what the ceremony was actually for, unfortunately, I never found out.
So if what you're saying about being on Lenegis is true, then maybe you really did meet Xion. After all, you said you recognized her from somewhere, right?
But Xion said she'd never seen him before. How do you explain that?
I was wrong. It wasn't Xion I knew from Lenegis. It was Naori. She was a Renan maiden they paired me with during the spirit channeling ceremony. She's the woman I kept seeing in my dreams.
A maiden? What?
Wait, so this Naori figure just happens to be the double of Xion? Bit coincidental, isn't it?
Naori's family name was Imeris.
Imeris? As in Xion Imeris?
So they're distant relatives or something? Wait, or are they sisters?
Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is it was Naori. She's the one who put the mask on me.
The mask? But why?
To keep my soul from devouring itself over the guilt. After what I did on Lenegis. Over the lives I took.
Lives? You mean you staged a rebellion?
Perhaps it was a part of this spirit channeling ceremony?
I don't know. Whatever it was that the spirit channeling ceremony was supposed to achieve, it didn't turn out as planned. I lost consciousness halfway through. By the time I came to, Lenegis was a sea of flames. I opened my eyes to see Naori there, weeping. I shudder to think of how many deaths I caused that day. Certainly more than any of these lords can claim, I'm sure.
You really expect us to believe this? First the Sovereign, then Lenegis? You couldn't possibly have done all that.
I wonder. In ancient scripture, there is tell of a terrible calamity that befell Lenegis, nearly destroying it. The restoration took years, and required the work of countless laborers.
By ancient, you mean...
It predates the crown contest, to a time before even the first Renan invasion of Dana. More than 300 years ago.
300? But that'd make Alphen...
That's right. I'm pretty much an antique of a human being. Deep down, maybe I already knew.
Alphen...
Some hero, huh? Cooperating with the same villains who snatched me from my home, committing mass slaughter, only for it to slip my mind. Then, when I finally remember, turns out I'm so old I've got scripture written about me. So much for standing up to injustice. I've probably got more blood on my hands than all the lords combined!
Alphen, stop! Honestly, I'm not going to pretend to understand what all this means. But what I do know is that right now, you're just reacting to the shock.
Kisara.
Listen. What you really need is time. Time to process things and get your head straight. Truth be told, I think that probably goes for all of us.
What about Shion? We can't just...
I'm worried about Shion too, Law. But it's clear that Alphen's in no fit state to fight. This is Volron, remember? Even at full capacity, it's practically a suicide mission. We stay put in the village till we're ready. Okay, everyone? Take some time to think things through, okay? But remember, we're all here for you if you need us. No matter how dark things might seem, you're not alone, Alphen.
Thank you.
It's fine. All right, everyone. Let's break for now.
Do I even have the right to fight? Do I have the right to go to Shion's rescue? What do the others think?
You're certainly full of surprises, aren't you?
Trust me, it's not intentional.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Though, there's still an awful lot I wish I could understand. Every new piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. The truth feels just as elusive as when we first started. I am well aware of where you got your powers. But why, as a Dahnan, do you bear the same crest as the current Renan sovereign? More to the point, why choose a Dahnan for their sovereign in the first place? And then there is the Maiden, a figure so powerful, she's playing yin to the sovereign's yang in esoteric ceremonies. And yet, I'd never even heard of her. Then again, this all occurred 300 years ago. What if the term sovereign doesn't even hold the same meaning as it did back then? Listen, I may be a traitor among my people, but I am still Renan, born and raised. I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales. And yet now I feel like there was little truth to any of it.
Speaking of which, there's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony. It used the Renis Alma.
You're certain?
Yes. Or at least that's what they called it. Only you would know if it was one and the same.
Oh, I have never laid eyes on the real artifact myself. And you never participated in a crown contest. You're not even Renan. Many mysteries lay buried in these 3 centuries past.
3 centuries is more than several lifetimes. Was I really out that long?
Well, I'm only estimating based on historical record. But all the facts would seem to point that way.
Who the hell am I?
If I may be frank, we have even bigger fish to fry than that. By comparison, the far more important question at hand is, just what does it all mean?
Frank, huh?
Sometimes, we need a little help in addressing the truth behind our pain. Not to compete over lives lost, but I suspect your count is still somewhat beneath mine.
Thanks for lending me an ear. And sorry for being a bother.
Please, no thanks are necessary. The quicker you get back on your feet, the sooner we can all get back out there.
All this time, I thought it was the worrying about Shion and the pain bringing you down. I didn't realize you were lonely too.
I guess all of us are. In one way or another.
Yeah, but you've only just found out. I mean, no, not found out. Remembered.
To tell you the truth, I was actually beginning to forget I'd even lost my memory in the first place. Now that it's returned, well, you can see what I'm like. It's strange. When I think about Lenegis, it still feels like it was only a year or two ago that I was there. But then I realized what feels like years was actually centuries ago.
What about your hometown? Do you know if it's still there?
I doubt it. When the Renans invaded, the world as I knew it changed overnight. Even if the place is still there physically, I expect the people will be long gone. Certainly everyone I knew, at least. My family, my friends.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I have no home to return to either. No family waiting for me. I used to curse my bad luck that I'd ever been born a mage in the first place. Otherwise, if I hadn't, maybe my mother and father would still be alive today. Although if that had been the case, I guess I'd probably still be just another slave with no means to resist. I'd never have met up with you guys, that's for sure.
Have you learned to embrace your powers yet?
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. They've kept me alive this long, right? I try not to think about it too much. After all, who can predict what the future will hold? I guess what I'm trying to say is that with everything that's happened in your past, finding out you're the Sovereign and all, it's no wonder you're conflicted. Heck, honestly, I think anyone would be.
Rinwell.
First it was Shion, then it was me, and now it's you. All of us suffering, just because of some power we never even asked for.
Yeah. All this time you were suffering right in front of me, and I never even knew. I feel like I finally understand what you and Shion were going through.
You couldn't have known. Still, if you want to make it up to her, shouldn't we hurry it up and rescue her already? Poor Shion must be lonely, all by herself wherever she is.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get going. What do you see out there?
Zeugles. Strays by the looks of it. We unwittingly disturbed their territory on our way here, and now they're looking pretty riled up. So, feel like you're making headway? You know, sorting through things?
All I know is Shion needs our help. As for what happens after that...
Say, how did you get back down here from Lenegis anyway?
I came down in a Renan starship. I have Naori to thank for that.
What happened to her? Did she come with you?
She stayed behind. Just as I wanted to get back to Dana and my people, Naori's place was with her fellow Renans, performing her duties as the Maiden. Neither of us asked for the power or roles we were given. I suppose we felt a kinship with each other in that sense. But even then...
Wait, so you mean it wasn't just Danans like you that Lenegis abducted? You're saying they forced Naori, one of their own, to serve against her will as well?
Even within Renan society itself, there exists a hierarchy. I don't think she was ever given the option to refuse. Despite that, she did everything she possibly could to serve her people. The very same ones I ended up slaughtering. And even after that, she still helped me escape back to Dana. She stayed behind on Lenegis to help any of her people who survived. I owe her more than words can express. A debt left to fester for what? 300 years? How do I even begin to make up for something like that?
In all honesty, you don't. You can't atone for what's happened in the past. I don't think anyone can. Be it several centuries ago, or just yesterday.
What are you saying? That I might as well give up?
I'm saying you don't have to be a white knight in shining armor. Back after my brother had passed away, it was you who told me that his dream lived on inside me. And you did the same for him, for Dohalim, when he was ready to give up too. You were there for both of us. You know what I heard? I heard you telling me to keep fighting, to strive no matter what.
Then I was out of line. I had no right to ask that of you.
No, you're wrong. Those words were exactly what I needed to hear at the time. In fact, I would go as far as to say that I wouldn't even be here had I not heard them. Left to my own devices, who knows when I would have been able to pick myself up. Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made of your own free will, right? The truly terrible ones are the people who abducted you. The ones who forced you to wield that power. They're the ones you should be blaming. Not only that, but that guilt you feel inside, that's all the proof you need to know you're a good person, Alphen. Do you understand? If I'm still allowed to fight and keep on living, then damn it, Alphen, so the hell are you. But, if you're still not convinced, then ask yourself this. What is it that you've really been fighting for this whole time? Go on, ask yourself.
What I've been fighting for, huh?
Alphen, are we gonna go rescue Shion or what? What's gotten into you, man? Aren't you worried about her?
Do I even have any right to be?
If you were in my place, you'd say, to hell with all that. What do you want to do?
Sounds like me. Pretending I have all the answers is kind of my forte.
Come on, man. Snap out of it. This isn't like you.
Look, I get it. You finally remember your past, only to feel like you've lost yourself again. You're in shock, and who wouldn't be? Worse still, you blame yourself for what happened. And yeah, I don't agree, but that doesn't mean I don't understand either. But here's the thing. None of that's got anything to do with Shion.
I guess.
It's about Naori, isn't it? Look, you're still here, aren't you? Who's to say this chick isn't alive and kicking out there somewhere, too? Fine, I've said my piece. The thing is, though, where does this leave Shion?
My power consumed me once already. I left behind a path of fire and destruction. And the same thing could happen again. I can't guarantee anyone's safety, including Shion's.
So you think we might get burned up because of your sovereign powers? I can think of worse ways to go. Come on, fight this thing! What happened to the guy who talked to me after my dad died? The one who cared enough to reach out and save me? That's the guy I was proud to follow. Not this faltering imposter who's taken his place.
Law.
No, I'm serious. What's gotten into you, man? Just give me the word and I'll beat some sense into you if that's what it takes. Now, I'm gonna ask you this once and only once. Are you serious about rescuing Shion or not? What's it gonna be, Alphen?
What do you think? Of course I want to rescue her. Hell, I'd do it right now if I could.
So then quit griping and do it already!
Listen, you're probably right about all this.
Alphen.
It's exactly like you said. Whatever happened in my past has nothing to do with Shion. But there's still so much that There I go again. So much for the inspiring Alphen of old.
He could be a pain sometimes. Besides, even a hero has to let the cracks show once in a while, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Just give me a little more time to fill in the cracks. And thanks, Law.
Hey, don't even mention it. You've totally got this, Alphen. I believe in you.
Back to the inn, I guess.
There you are!
What is it?
Zeugles, that's what! They're almost at the village gates!
Any closer and they'll be house hunting. I knew we shouldn't have cut through their territory.
That sounds bad.
Can you fight? No shame in bowing out if you're not up for it.
Kisara's right. You don't want to go overdoing it.
I'm up for it.
Really?
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. It's now or never, right?
Alphen, right! Great to have you back! Now let's do this!
Look sharp, people. If we don't act fast, they're going to get into the village.
Right. We need to hurry.
Remember, if the paint's too much...
We've all got our own pain to deal with. I'm done letting others pick up my slack.
Here they come! We can't let even a single one through!
There's a firm no-Zeugle policy.
Fine by me. Let's get to work then.
I'm not done! Pierce!
Let's go!
Megasonic thrust!
I got it!
Where was that hit
Take
from?
this! You're finished!
In here!
It's all...
Strong. Then I'll split it open!
Be my guest!
Storm! Freeze Lancer!
Damn it!
Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Dragon Shell! Here I come! Here I come!
Far enough!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Take this! On guard!
No further.
It's on!
I'll smash you!
Make it break!
Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis!
Look sharp!
You picked the wrong fight! Sword Rain Alpha! Sword Rain Alpha!
Piercing
Freeze!
roar!
Devastation! Take this!
Go in here!
it! Impact Bomb!
Dance in the wind!
Can you take it?
I'm ready!
Frozen!
Hammer! Alphen, you okay?
I'm fine. This pain thing really hurts, huh?
But hey, at least you're still alive.
It wouldn't be called pain if it was pleasant. It can be pretty useful, though. It's good motivation to improve and get stronger.
Guess I've got a lot of room to improve in that regard.
Anyway, I'm glad we could protect the village, especially after everything they've done for us.
Yeah.
You know, Thistleum kind of reminds me of home. The people here have hidden themselves away out of the fear of being found, always watching their backs. Though in the end, home was destroyed anyway.
That won't happen here.
Oh? Is that a hint of fighting spirit I sense?
Yeah. I won't lie. Some of these memories will take a while to process. But I've learned something too. My rage, this fury I feel at our so-called rulers, it comes from having so much of myself stripped away from me back then. Friends, family, home. They took everything from me, and left me with nothing but guilt. I was completely alone. At least that's what I thought. But not anymore. Since I awakened, I've met people who I care about. Friends who hold me up. Friends who make me feel like I'm worth something. And I won't lose that. Not ever again. I'll protect those bonds with everything I have. That's why I need to keep fighting.
But Xion comes first.
Of course. First we rescue Xion, then we defeat Volron, and liberate Dana. Everyone, will you fight with me?
Say the word and I'm there.
Certainly no objections.
Then it's agreed. Our next stop will be the capital, Pelegion. According to the villagers, there's a huge cliff separating Thistleum from the capital. Luckily for us, there's a path we can use to climb up.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
We don't know what lies ahead. We should prepare well before we venture forth.
Yeah, can't exactly fight at the top of your game when you're hungry.
Good point. Let's stop by the inn and plan our next move from there. By the way, how is Mahavar doing? Wait, don't tell me we still haven't found him.
It's not like we haven't been looking. I've covered the whole length and breadth of the coast, but...
All of the other crew members are accounted for, including us. But we weren't able to find Mahavar. He's still missing.
I see.
Perhaps he couldn't bring himself to abandon the ship.
You mean at the bottom of the ocean? Damn it.
We don't know that it sank. We all washed up on the same shore. If the ship went down, isn't it strange we haven't come across a single piece of debris?
Do you think he might still be alive somewhere out there?
I think stranger things have happened. Whether he's alive or otherwise, we've exhausted all the avenues available to us. All we can do now is press on ahead.
Fine, let's get going. Thistlein was founded by Danans fleeing the tyranny of Renan lords, right? But when you first came, they must have known Dohalim was Renan. So why do you think they let us in?
They almost didn't. But it wasn't just Dohalim they were wary of. They didn't trust any of us.
Even the weird Danans just like them?
When you live life in constant fear of being pursued, it's only a matter of time before all outsiders start to seem a potential threat.
I suppose that makes sense. So how did you convince them to trust us?
You saw how destitute the village was. They needed food, badly. We hunted some Zeugles for them. That seemed to do the trick.
Of course, a little magic-assisted roast didn't hurt things.
Never underestimate a full stomach's ability to put a person at ease. It turns out a hearty meal can be a powerful weapon. Something's on your mind. You having second thoughts about rescuing Shion?
Of course not. Shion's our friend. Almeidrea was the one I hated. For as long as I can remember, she served as a symbol to me of everything Renan. But ever since getting to know Shion, I realized it doesn't make sense to group people together like that. Every individual is different.
I see.
Besides, the situation with Almeidrea was something else entirely. I'd already decided I wasn't going to kill her, but when I saw her die right in front of me, a part of me thought it served her right, that she'd gotten what she deserved. But another part regretted that someone else had come along and killed her instead. Don't get me wrong. If I had the chance again, I still wouldn't kill her. But it's not like I'll be shedding any tears now that she's gone. It's all so confusing. I don't know how to make sense of any of it.
Who said it had to make sense?
Huh?
Rinwell, you've done nothing wrong. You've started to question the beliefs you've held all your life. It's only natural for you to feel disoriented. You didn't give in to the hatred you felt for Almeidrea. You made a choice not to kill her. And that's significant, whether you realize it or not. As for what it means exactly, that might be worth taking some time to figure out on your own.
Some time.
Or don't, if you don't want to. It's just an idea. I'm still searching too, remember?
No, I think you're right. It can't hurt to keep searching after all. And hey, thanks, Kisara.
Okay.
Why?
Damn it.
What?
Is that so?
Okay.
Great job.
I'll teach these small fry who's the apex predator of these waters. Just watch and see.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves now.
I guess we're having fish for dinner tonight.
You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
Have you guys... Check. Your equipment lately? That turned out good, if I do say so myself.
I think Hootle senses an owl around here.
It feels like I'm melting.
Calaglia was pretty hot, but at least the air there was dry. Out here, it feels like I'm trying to walk through thick soup.
I can hardly breathe, it's so stuffy. And don't get me started on the insects. You hanging in there, Hootle?
It's brutal, all right. I can feel my energy being drained away just by walking. All this vegetation makes it hard to keep an eye out. Keep your wits about you, everyone. And watch you don't keel over while you're at it.
What's needed at times like these is a relaxing hot spring. That would soon help us adjust.
And where do you expect us to find one of those?
What about you, Alphen? All that gear, and you hardly seem to be breaking a sweat.
Yeah, I guess when you've lived a life devoid of pain for as long as I have, even feeling hot and bothered could be a welcome change.
Well, lucky you, I guess. Just don't expect us to carry you when you pass out.